going to start with a clean drum loop here. The Model 350 is off. We're going to do a couple different things and show you how you can use it. So let's turn it on for a moderate amount of distortion. You can go way over the top. Pull back a little bit. Let me just pull out some of the low end so it's not so explosive with that bass drum. If you want to take some of the sizzle out, you can do that by just excluding some of the high frequencies. Now what's kind of fun here too is you can go way over the top and then just roll the mix back. You can even do something like really focus it down low. And use it as a sort of parallel distortion that's focused on the low end, or pull out the low end somewhat. Or go the other direction, pull out a lot of low end, make it really bright, and run it in parallel. Gives you a little bit more excitement on the top. So let's just start with the piano loop. Turn on the default settings. Now you'll notice it's a little bit bright, so I can exclude some of the high frequencies. Serves as a little bit of a compressor with some color, but I can really go over the top here and roll back the mix. So you get that sort of woolly compressed sound. Could go the opposite too. Okay, starting with the bass loop, let's just turn on default settings. Not too noticeable. You can go way over the top. Now you got to watch for the low frequency, so if you exclude some of that, you get some of that square wave out of there. You can run it in parallel to bring back some of the natural quality, adjust the playback volume. May seem a little over the top, but in a track, can really bring out that instrument in your mix. Okay, starting off with a clean guitar loop, let's turn on default settings. Just gives it a little bit of hair, so let's push it way over the top. Pull some of the high end out, some of that scratchiness. Pull it back a little ways. You could make it really woolly and then pull back the mix level, turn it to playback. Sort of a subtler effect. It brings out the low end. And we could do the opposite here too, where we just go back to the full mix. Now we could also pull that down and do it in parallel, just to give the top end some edge. Let's just start again with the solo. Turn on default settings. I'm just going to focus this right in the middle. It really takes that pick sound and pushes it forward by focusing it in the middle there. Gives it a little bit of color, makes the solo jump out. So just starting with the dry saxophone loop, turn on default settings. Gets a little bit too much high end, we can pull that back and mellow it out a little bit. Gives it that little bit of compression and color and brings it forward. So let's go way over the top. Pull out some of the low end. Pull the mix back and adjust the playback volume. Gives it a completely different color and helps it jump out.